Hello, friendly friends. How are you? Yeah, if you can notice, I'm actually in a different location in my house this time, actually in my dad's room. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just doing a random video here, if you can tell. I don't know, I guess I'm just thinking about something all of a sudden. And what is that thought I'm thinking of right now? I guess that would be the Power Rangers. Yeah, Operation Overdrive. You can see. Um, yeah. I don't know. I guess just why do I bring up Power Rangers? I don't know. I want to talk about something. Uh, why is Overdrive such an underrated season? I'm just gonna be direct here. I mean, because I've noticed that it came back on when I was in 2007. I was I think back in like February of 2007. That was my freshman year of high school. I only saw the premiere episodes though. Uh, and I guess it wasn't until after uh, my dad and I got Netflix that I got around to actually watching the whole thing, and I actually liked it. Now I've not seen Bokender yet, which is its Sentai counterpart, so I can't really compare the two. Maybe one day down the road I will. I guess that'll be a separate video for another day. I guess, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, I watched it. I actually liked it. I'm probably in the minority there because since Overdrive is actually in my opinion, very underrated season. A lot of people tend to shit on it. You know, but yeah. Um, my big question is though, what makes it so bad? You know, wow. Uh, uh, why is it that Overdrive is such an underrated season? What I liked about it is, it had an interesting motif. Treasure hunters and all. They don't just like stand there and protect the city like they do every episode. Like past seasons have and future seasons that came after it. You know, that you know, it actually had a consistent story. You know, um, it was not just your generic filler episodes. I guess let's take MMPR. I love MMPR as much as the next guy, but I guess when you take like season one, except except for like a few story arcs that season one had, I guess and I think this can go for succeeding two seasons. Um, I think it wasn't until season three that actually started picking up. The story started picking up, if you know what I mean. Not to say it wasn't completely without a story. I guess it did, but just it wasn't not entirely solid. I guess just it did have its story arcs, and it did make it seem like it had something of a story. Uh, but I guess it's passable at best. Uh, but I guess we've had seasons in which the story was much stronger, if you know what I mean. Uh, but yeah, Overdrive. Uh, to me, it actually had like a solid story to it. You know, the solid story. It had an interesting motif. The treasure hunters and all. Um, it had interesting characters. And in some ways, you can relate to them as well. And so overall, in my opinion, it's not that bad of a season. So, what about it that makes it so bad? Of course, some people will say that basic things like, oh, the story was handled badly, the acting was poor, uh, not really practical reasons, but I mean, just why? Because like I said, some of the characters were pretty decent, like Mac, the Red Ranger. Um, yeah, you can really empathize with him, he wanted his like dad to appreciate him, I guess. Just well, if you've watched the season, you're familiar with the character, of course. You'll know why Mac's an interesting character. Yeah, and you can empathize with him, Just mm, uh, Will, the Black Ranger. Um, Interesting character. I mean, well, I know his actor Samuel Bent had gotten himself in hot water because back in 2007 when the first Power Morph gun occurred in San Diego, not San Diego, Pasadena, California. Of course, he went around using a banner to get signatures and all. I'm explaining this for those that don't know. Like I said, he took a banner that was meant for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he uh, um, he got some signatures, and then he kept it for himself, basically. He, in essence, put a five-finger discount, if you know what I mean, for a banner that was meant for charity, you know. So, which was kind of a not cool, but you know, and so I think this actor may be something of a pariah, I don't know, but uh, I don't condone that action, but I mean, it's been long enough. Why don't just, I don't know. But anyway, I think I may digress. I don't know, but anyway, uh, the Black Ranger, uh, second black-eyed to actually be a Black Power Ranger. Interesting character. He was like kind of like this spy-ish character, you know, and in my opinion, he's second in command of the team. Of course, with Mac being the leader. Well, first I'm wondering about the whole why is it bad. Now I'm reviewing it, sort of. Maybe one day down the road I'll review it better than how I'm doing it now. But I don't know. Just bear with me here, people. Um. Now. Uh. Anyway. Will. He's even within the show. He's not exactly well received. Because why I'm not so sure. If it's because he's cocky, that could be one reason. Or is it because uh, he plays on the likely stereotype that black guys, can be thieves, I think we can all be thieves. I don't know, but just but yeah. Anyway, then there's Dax, the Blue Ranger. Um, he's kind of like the comic relief of the season. He's not really well liked either. I think it's because he's annoying. How is he annoying? I mean, how is he different from any other comic relief? Oh, and we've got Ronnie, the Yellow Ranger. Don't know how she. Uh, I've heard one or two people say they didn't like her. I don't know how she's so bad, but by the way, I do not have the Pink and Mercury Ranger, so I can't lift them up and show them to you like I did with my other four figurines. But I hope to get them, by the way. But anyway, anyway, and when Spring Oil, then from I get tongue tied sometimes. Just bear with me here. I get what the fuck. I went from talking about it to just reviewing it, sort of. But anyway, just um, why is it so bad? Why is the general consensus on the season a negative one? I mean, I guess your opinion on whatever is subjective. And same with Overdrive. It's even though it's generally has a negative reception, that's not to say people don't like it, but just overall, like I said, it's not that bad of a season. It actually has a story to it. It has interesting characters, that in some ways you can relate to. Yeah. But like I said, just it's not that bad of a season. What is so bad about it? I'm sorry if I'm sounding redundant, by the way, but yeah. So, excuse me. Um, yeah. If anybody can give me any idea as to why it's so bad, I'd like to know. Here's one question I have though. Back in Lightspeed Rescue, um, the primary mentor of that team of Power Rangers, uh, he was a military man who had his connections and therefore was able to recruit a team of people that were to become his Power Rangers. And then we have with Overdrive, who was a millionaire. He created his own team of Power Rangers as well. Yet he's hated on. They consider him a douchebag, especially for if you've seen Overdrive, you'll know there's an interesting plot twist considering Red here. But anyway, just how is it okay for a military man to create his team of Power Rangers, but not okay for a millionaire to create a team of Power Rangers? I don't know. Hmm. So yeah, and just if anybody can give me any more ideas of why it's a bad season, comment, please. I guess. So I guess that's all I have to say really. Uh, yeah, just thanks for tuning in. So stay fresh, YouTube.